real rough. So when a motherfucker tells me to deal with these white people over here, I have to deal with society that's cruel to the black man. So I'm already tough, thick-skinned. So when you telling me some shit, I don't know how to turn it on and off. That's what we struggle with as a black man.
Definitely. And can you elaborate to some of these ladies the idea that we push y'all to be vulnerable, you know what I mean? But then we bark at you like an enemy. You know what I mean? Like when you finally do open up, or, you know, you finally do express any kind of, well, here's why I did this, or here's what I was thinking. Oh, you stupid. That was dumb. Or I don't know why it turns, it's like it's almost counterproductive for you to even come out of the shell you saying you in.
So as a man, if I'm vulnerable to a woman and I tell her my problems, or we have that conversation, now when your ass get mad at me, you gonna go tell your buddy? So that's the fear factor. I talk to my guys every single day about this.
Yep.
So we don't open up to y'all a lot of times, because when y'all get mad at us,
woo,
y'all go back and tell your buddy, y'all ain't on the phone.
Yep.
Girl, this nigga just did that. So, like, God damn. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't even told your ass. So, I don't know, man.
No, listen, Sean, you preaching. I'm going to tell y'all why. Because my next point with step 2 is with communication is privacy. The things that you speak to your partner about, even when y'all on bad terms, if you're going to be a mature male or female, it has to come with that. And I'm going to tell y'all something. When I learned this, there are exes, from my past that they will tell anybody. One thing I respect is she ain't never go around and tell the stuff that I did or the shit we've been through as a way to try to make herself look better. Like, it don't matter if they disagreed with us breaking up, or they don't like that I moved on, or whatever. One of the things that I can say that came from mature adult men is that the idea that I didn't turn around and, oh, let me tell you about this nigga this. And did you know he ain't even have this? And then how about he ain't have this? Because that shit put men in a space where they don't want to say shit. And I try to tell women this damn near every other day online about just putting your business out there and speaking on what you're going through. Even if it's something that is fucked up, just projecting it out there based on emotion. You set yourself up to where if Sean was a dude that was looking at you, or somebody in your community that might want to date you, he gonna think twice. Because like he said, he just told y'all, him and his guy friends talk about this often. They might have some shit on their mind or something weighing on them and don't really want to go home and speak to the female about it. Because as soon as I do make a mistake, it's going to be all out in the air, all out in the community, on the internet, everywhere. And some of y'all got to be real. It come from generational curses. It come from you growing up watching your mama in the kitchen, every other afternoon telling somebody business. You ever was bad in school? You ever was bad in school? You come home, your mama done call everybody. Your auntie. Let me tell you what this motherfucker did in class today. How about the goddamn school done called me again? It turned into some shit. So then as a grown woman, you got to be real. I don't know how to shut up about stuff that's drama-filled, juicy, or emotional based. I got to tell somebody.
That is so true, because that's actually my mom, and that's what my 14-year-old daughter told me. She said, I don't like it when I do something wrong and you tell grandma.
Now listen, I want y'all to listen to what she explained. So then, remember, she expressed how, her child and husband, or soon-to-be ex-husband, whatever the situation is not communicating. Same thing I said on my live earlier. We really got to be real with ourselves about why the people ain't communicating with us. Bitch, don't feel comfortable if you gonna run and tell my flaws to people. And just be a human being. Fuck if they was right or wrong. Do you want somebody to do that to you? You could be dead wrong about something. Do you actually want me to call and let me tell you what this bitch did? No. Kids don't like it. Adults don't like it. Go ahead, Felicia.
I said, you're right. I saw my mama do that.
Yep. But this is why we think it's okay, because especially in the black community, like Sean was saying, a lot of us grew up rough, and then we taught, you protect your mama. Nobody better not talk about your mama. She ain't never really wrong, and you really condition yourself to believe this. And half of the wrong shit you do, you got from her. There is nothing mature about speaking on stuff that's going on in your private relationships, your intimate relationships with outsiders. You want to vent? Go pay a therapist. Same way we buy Jordans, same way y'all buy wigs and shit. Go pay someone that it is their job to keep it confidential.
Book a 101
yep.
with love.
But I encourage people, therapy any kind of way. I would rather you, even if it was somebody, white therapist, somewhere professional that you feel like it might not even help, I still would encourage you to spend your money there and tell her all your business rather than call your homegirl Keisha and tell her. Because at least with the lady, even if you don't get nothing out of it but a venting session, she is obligated legally not to spill your business in the streets nowhere or use it against you later on.
I love how you keep it raw and uncut myself. I'm sure a lot of other people do, but if you be saying some shit, it be cracking me up. And I can take it like, I used to couldn't take constructive criticism.
Right.
But when you deliver it, and I've had some growth before that, but I just like it. I like it. I like how you're just so raw about it.
Right. So now, thank you, Brittany. The last part of, I'm going to let you go, I'm going to let you talk. The last part of communication is you got to get intelligent with it based on knowing your partner. So sometimes, like I think Giovanna was explaining, you're trying to get the person to talk about this. You could tell they're kind of avoiding it, work during the week, on the weekend. I don't want to be bothered with all the arguing shit. A lot of times we don't realize we can spark up a conversation by actually starting out talking about something that interests them. A lot of us, we so selfish and self-absorbed and emotional that every time we do start a conversation, we make it about what we like, what we want. Here's what I want to talk about. Some of y'all, you can get more communication out of the people around you, the person you're trying to rebuild a relationship with, by speaking on things they like, stuff that interests them. But a lot of us so selfish, we won't even give ourselves a chance to understand, okay, what do my man genuinely like talking about? What's a subject or a topic he actually interested in? Same for a lot of dudes. Sometimes they don't got no clue what they lady actually is interested in. And then you wonder why y'all can't communicate from a healthy space often.
So you're saying talk about something that they want and then slide it in there? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I'm saying yes. Yes. To just be blunt, yes. It means instead of just unloading, because remember, I told y'all poor communication when you just unloading the stuff you irritated with or the shit you got a problem with. How about genuinely getting us into a conversation? Genuinely. Like, let me ask him about his day, talk about some stuff he got going on, pour into me, your thoughts on certain stuff. And as we're communicating and I see you're comfortable, then, okay, listen, I've been wanting to speak on this. How do you feel about blah? Remember I said it needs to be relevant questions that have to do with forward progress, not you asking details about some shit that's going to make you emotional.
Okay, I got a scenario because earlier today, I was like, I need to drop off the baby tonight, so I don't have to drop him in the morning. And he was like, well, I might be going out tonight. I'm like, okay, you going out tonight? You went out the past 2 nights. Like, okay, so you can't watch him tonight? He was like, well, I'm a grown ass nigga. Like, if I want to go out every single night, like, what is the question?
Yeah, you took the conversation. You took the conversation left as soon as you said that irrelevant ass shit about him going out the night before. Who gives a fuck how many nights? What you're really trying to say is, I understand and I heard that you said you were probably going to go out. I actually need you. Get vulnerable. Be a woman. Be feminine. Say, it ain't even my business about you going out. In this moment, I'm asking, I need you. We ain't going to never say that. It's going to be, so you can't get your son? So you going to just go out every night of the week? So that's, you a deadbeat. And it turned into some bullshit. This is why I'm saying you really got to be real with yourselves as women. We done lost the idea of just being feminine, just being vulnerable. And this is the problem that gets me with women that can't understand what I'm saying. You get more out of a man when you feminine. The power of the pussy lies in being sexy and feminine. I'm pretty sure Sean can tell y'all what it make a man feel like when you tell them you need them.
Hell yeah. Shit. You tell us we need, you tell us we need.
Has nothing to do with that man, how many times he done went out. I need you, baby daddy. In this moment, I'm trying to go do something constructive, work or whatever. I would appreciate it. I need you. Help me. Listen, when I learned this, my baby daddy know, thanks, babe. You're doing a great job. I'm always pouring in because I know I can get more by being nice, by being all that rah-rah. What you doing? Where you at? Why you taking so long? Nope. Don't get you nowhere. Do you understand what I'm explaining? It don't show your name who had said that about the co-parenting situation.
Oh, that was me, Alicia.
Okay. Does it make sense what I just explained?
Yeah, because I even went further into saying like, oh well, you took you using my card.
Out of pocket.
Now that I think about it, it's silly, but it's like, then you using my car, and now you want to talk about you're a grown ass nigga, and it's like that.
And all you're doing is, you really got to think about what you're doing. You invalidating the fuck out of a person based on some shit that was already going on. You was already okay with the use of the car and all of that. You're gonna invalidate the fuck out of them and then want them to do something that you want them to do. Explain to me how that works. Hey, you a dumb bitch. Now come over here and do this. This is the illogic behind what we're doing. And it just comes from, all it is an emotional space. It's just you speaking from feelings rather than logic. Felicia, what were you going to say?
I was just going to ask you, so she just brought up something that struck something in me. So when my ex-husband decided that he was going to change his career, he went over the road. So now he drives trucks, which was something that he wanted to do while we were married. So let me ask you this. When I brought it up to him that my youngest girl, the one who I've been talking about, is struggling with him being away. And I asked him, do you not understand that your kids want you around? Do you get that? He said he got that. So it eventually went to him just asking me straight up, do you want me to come off the road? But I got from you, which I'm glad, because I look at life different, when you start saying, you drilled it in me, people can do what they want to do.
Yes.
They are adult. They can do what
and
they
you
want
really got to think about it. To use the idea that you need to come back off the road and not follow whatever goals and dreams you got because these kids gonna feel some type of way. All it takes is for y'all to unite and talk to the kids together to where it's one backing the other, that he on the road for a good cause. You can call him whenever you want. He can text. You get what I'm saying? But we don't realize by us not agreeing or not being a united front as parents, it make it worse. And then we pour the emotion on and make it seem, oh, he on the road and he don't fuck with his kids like that because he knew his kids ain't want him to be away. When in all reality, you can make damn near any situation work from a healthy and loving space if there's an understanding that we are separate people while being united. I hope some of y'all really taking this in, because a lot of us, we controlling and we have a problem with this, especially when it comes to kids. We feel like a bitch supposed to live, move, eat, act how we want them to be whatever type of parent we feel like they should be, but they ain't our parent. And it really don't matter what you think as the baby mama. Anyway, it matters what the children are able to comprehend and understand. And a mature conversation with them, I'm sure, would have put them in a space. You ain't got no little tiny babies. Your daughter 14. They understand what the fuck going on out here with bills and trucking, paying more than a job that's at. All you got to do is explain that. Sit down and explain to my daughters, here are the money goals I'm trying to reach. They help me. Mama, you got to Zoom tonight. You want us to make sure we clear off the counter. You want to make sure you got this going on. You're going to do it in your office. Where you going? They helping because they understand the purpose of it. But if I just sat here and barked at them and made it seem like they was bothering me, they had no details on what I'm doing, where it's going, why I move, of course it's going to be chaotic. Of course it probably ain't healthy for the kids.
Yeah.
Him just being on the road. Go ahead.
The old me would have said, yeah, you need to. But, because I've been listening to you, my response was, no. You do whatever it is you want to do, move how you want to move. And, you make that decision. Yeah,
and on the back end at home, you need to just keep reiterating to her your daddy love you. And real conversations need to occur. Because I'm pretty sure from her young mind, he I felt like we was fine with him staying in the city and working. Somebody needs to explain to her there's more money in trucking on the road. We can make more. I can live better. I can do more. You 14. You about to be 16. You going to want a car, ain't you? Daddy can contribute more money. When we get to that point, at some point, you're going to want your own. He can help better if he in a better situation. That kid will understand. That shit be our controlling ways in the shit we really think.
I have a question. Well, that's a one-on-one. I'm gonna get with you on that.
Got you.
I have a question.
Go ahead, Keisha.
Okay, thank you. Okay, because I'm hearing, this is where I'm getting a little confused. I understand that I saw your videos about people can do what they want to do, and I completely understand that. But then, on the flip side, as women, we have to, like you were saying, kick the food, do all this stuff. We're having to make all these different concessions. I don't understand. I mean, maybe my mind frame is messed up, but I'm like, I think that when you're married, you have obligations, you have responsibilities, you have things that you have to do, even if you don't want to do them. And regardless of how you feel, I'm going through something with my husband. This is why I'm on this thing right now. Now we have a 17-year age difference, and so that didn't really help, as far as maturity and things like that. But now I'm seeing, he's having to grow and he's trying to do his, his thing. And so now he's in the mindset because of everything, that's been going on lately in the internet about the man and their purpose and doing what they have to do. Don't let the person get in between, all that stuff. But then I still say, okay, but now as women, we have all these obligations about how we're supposed to speak, how we're supposed to present, how we're supposed to, how we're supposed to be, how we're supposed to do all these things. We have these obligations, but then it seems like to me, it's like the man is like, I don't know if I'm getting it, if I'm...
No, so listen, relationships are about understanding. And you hear me say often, it has to be balanced. He has responsibilities in a relationship as a man. Whatever it is, you require to be kept as a woman. So if you're not holding him accountable, meaning like if you're just allowing years to go by where things aren't being met as far as responsibilities on his end, that again is a fault of yours. But as a man, there should be certain responsibilities the same way for you and certain things that he needs to stand on as a man. Now, whether you giving him a pass or not, that's a different story.
Well, let me say this, because here's the thing. I think because he makes all the money in the house, he's making the money, definitely, everything's, fine financially with the kids. I had 2 kids coming into the marriage and all that kind of stuff. Then sometimes it feels like, okay, I've done what I'm supposed to do. You guys are good. You guys are good. Your kids going to, whatever, this college, you live in this kind of house. So you're good. And I don't think that that's really all that a man.
So now we get into understanding. And this is why I'm saying if you want to rebuild and restore, the relationship or to get the marriage back in a positive space, when it comes to communicating, you actually have to find out, is that how he really feels? Don't assume. There needs to be a conversation where you ask, not from an emotional space, the right questions. Do you feel like once you pay and contribute the money, that is all you should do? And you got to be willing, like I said, to receive. If he says yes, he's telling you his character, what he feels like his life should be set up like. And then now you have to ask yourself as a woman, is this the kind of relationship I want to be in?
Yeah.
And you communicate what you feel like should be the roles. Well, I feel like you should do more than just blah. It should be this, this, and this. And you come to a compromise. You come to an understanding. If you can't reach an understanding about the important stuff as far as y'all roles, then you need to reevaluate whether you should be in a marriage or not. See, a lot of people will know that the conversation ain't gonna go well that I'm talking about, so they won't have it and they'll stay in the marriage and then get upset when the marriage gets disrespected, both parties. But you knew the marriage wasn't nowhere, you know what I'm saying, in a healthy space. That's why you asked him to have this conversation, because you knew you was gonna hear stuff you didn't want to hear. In order to really evaluate your bond with your partner, you really got to ask yourself, what is our real ability to have the uncomfortable conversations?
Yeah. I think there's so much hurt because maybe the way, like you said, not being in my femininity and all this other stuff. And it seemed like to me like I got to a point where like now it's like I kind of messed up. Like I'm trying to cross back over the line. Because this guy really does deserve all of my respect. He's really been a great father to my kids, to our child too. And I want to make sure I do that, but I don't know if it's too late. You know what I'm saying? Because
so I'm giving you in this, and I'm glad you said that. A lot of women, they're going to struggle with the idea of going home and just accepting that I've done some shit wrong too. We really equal. And like you said, he does deserve the respect he's requesting, and so do I. So now this is when we get into these steps I'm talking about. So, you know, like I explained, number 1, number 2, we're on communication. So now we're going to move. And if you actively work these in your relationship and talk to him about what you're trying to restore, you can rebuild that even after going through a bunch of bullshit. But it has to be coming from a healthy space and an accountability space where I am not just trying to be right. I'm trying to get in a space where I'm getting what I need and want from this, and you are too. It's called balance. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So now number 3, and some of y'all have heard me say this, it's restore.